Hey everyone, and welcome back to Kiwi Real Estate Inside Out. I'm Denise Kono, and yes, I'm still sipping flat whites at all the wrong times of day. Lee, you were right about that, by the way.
Ha! Well, I'm Dr. Lee Kono here with Denise. I'll try to keep the tangents to a dull roar today, but no promises. We've got a good one lined up, dealing with difficult clients, a topic I suspect every Kiwi agent has a story about.
Definitely, especially because if you've spent any time in New Zealand real estate, you know there are patterns, those classic difficult client types. You've got your indecisive buyers, people who want to see everything twice and still, can't settle on a color for colors. It's higher, let's see, honey. Astola House. And then there's the aggressive negotiator. You know the type, Lee. The ones waving comps around and threatening to walk every 15 minutes.
Oh, absolutely. I might add, sometimes it's not the client per se, but their expectations. The cultural side of Kiwi real estate, like we value directness, but sometimes that boils over into, more forceful behaviors. And newcomers to NZ sometimes miss those cues, which just kind of adds extra friction for the agent.
That's so true. Actually, my first real taste of this was ages ago, a client in Rotorua. She was lovely, don't get me wrong, but overbearing doesn't even cover it. She'd ring 4 times a day and wanted daily diaries of competing listings. At first, I pushed back, tried to set boundaries the way I had in the US, but it backfired completely because I didn't stop to consider why she was being so demanding. Turns out she'd had a bad run-in with a cowboy agent years ago, so she just didn't trust the process. Once I started giving her lots of updates, like probably more than she even needed, and explained the process in tiny bits, things softened. She was still insistent, but more relaxed with me, at least.
That's the trick, though, isn't it? Difficult behavior is usually just anxiety wearing a new hat.
Exactly. And for Kiwi agents, understanding these cultural nuances can totally flip the script on what we think of as difficult.
So, moving into the how, let's talk practical. There's really some solid evidence-based ways to bring down the temperature in these tricky conversations. Active listening tops my list. And I know, Denise, we've harped on that a few times before.
That's true. We talked about it in the complaints episode, remember? But repetition doesn't hurt.
Right? And clarifying expectations. Just asking something like, can you walk me through what matters most to you in this transaction? It helps get everyone on the same page. And then reflective statements, echoing back what someone says, not to parrot them, but to show you're on their side. People relax when they feel heard.
Yeah, and you can't forget boundaries either. Otherwise, you'll get burnt out real quick. It's not only about keeping the client happy at all costs. As Kiwi agents under the REA Code of Conduct, we've also got strict legal and ethical limits, right?
Absolutely. Speaking of, I've got a quick story from my mediation days. There was this standoff where both sides were convinced the other was out to ruin them. All it took to crack it open was validating, like, I can see this feels unfair to you. Can you help me understand why? Suddenly, walls came down, and we could move to problem solving together. It's wild how just acknowledging emotion first can switch it from conflict into, collaboration. In real estate, it works surprisingly well with both buyers and sellers when things get tense.
I love that, Lee, and it's a good reminder. We don't need to fix every problem instantly. Sometimes we just need to acknowledge it and hold the space for clients to share what's really going on under the surface. Now, let's get a bit more hands-on. For those of you who've done the Handling Difficult Real Estate Clients course with us, you know we push practical role play pretty hard. There are scripts you can test in the car on your way to an appointment, stuff like how to reset a conversation that's spiraling, or how to keep a negotiation from getting heated.
We even break down step by step how to address a contract dispute, like that Wellington buyer last year, Denise. Remember? It started with a misunderstanding about a sunset clause and quickly became fairly tense. The approach we teach is first pause and acknowledge, I can see this clause is a real concern for you. Then clarify expectations. Ask them, what's your understanding of this section? And finally, offer a way forward, something like, how would you feel about getting the legal team to walk us through this together?
Should we demo? I'll be the buyer this time. Ready?
Go for it.
Okay, Lee, I really don't like this sunset clause. It sounds like I could lose everything if the settlement drags on.
Denise, thanks for raising that. It sounds like this section feels risky to you. Can you tell me what part is bothering you most?
Just what if the seller delays intentionally?
I get why you're worried. Let's review it with the lawyer so you know your options and there aren't any surprises.
Textbook. And really, all you listeners out there, try this with a partner or colleague, even if it feels awkward. It's like a muscle. The more you practice, the easier it gets when it's real.
Couldn't agree more. Structured tools make you less likely to panic and more likely to keep things moving forward, even when emotions run high.
Okay, so maybe you've survived the fraught negotiation or a testy inspection. The real secret sauce, though, is what comes after, turning a tough start into a loyal client. That's how reputations are made in Kiwi real estate.
Absolutely. Post-sale follow-up is way underrated. A quick personal note or a check-in call. How's the move going? Anything else you need? Makes people feel remembered, not just another sale.
And, sending them updates long after, or even, the odd tip about local events or property care. That kind of personal touch really works. It's not about harassing them, more like staying part of their story. So when their neighbor needs an agent, they think of you first.
Feedback is big too. I know it's scary sometimes asking, how did I do? But that reflection not only helps improve your service, it often uncovers little issues before they become huge headaches down the line.
And sometimes you even learn something about yourself in the process. So that's us for today. Hopefully those tools and stories give you something practical to try with your own difficult clients. Lee, good chat as always.
Great fun, Denise. Always is. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. We'll be back soon with more from the Kiwi Real Estate Frontline.
Until next time, keep those conversations open and those boundaries healthy. Bye for now.
Cheers, everyone. Take care.